Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy New Year to you guys. I'm sorry you guys are just seeing me for the first time this year. This year has been a whole lot for me. I mean, January 1st, we were all, celebrating and jubilating, thanking God that we made it to this year. And later that day, we got a call that my uncle died. He was murdered. It was so painful. It was so sad. Not just that because we lost him, but the manner in which he died. He was literally murdered. He was, butchered in his own house. And it just ruined that day for us. But at the same time, we thank God. Yeah, we thank God. I mean, we just pray that God, forgive his shortcomings, and we pray for his family that, God give them the strength to move on from this loss and part of the family. So this man literally sponsored me through school. I've been staying with them since I was in like GSS2 till my 400 level in the university. So it's more like a father to me. It was so sad. Anyways, let's leave all the sad story. Happy New Year to you guys. Happy New Year. I pray that this 2025, whatever we set our minds to achieve, God will make it possible for us. So in today's video, I'll be teaching you guys how to make yummy puff puff. I've actually been trying to film content since, let's say, January 6th, when I got back from my mom's place to my house. But it's not been easy. My little madam that used to assist me went for Christmas since like December 10th, and this girl is not back. I've called her parents. They said she'll come, she'll come, she'll come. But it's not easy taking care of two children, my toddler, my newborn. Both of them are on my neck like this. And my toddler is resuming school tomorrow, so from next week, get ready for content, nice content, because I'll have time for myself. What is it now? So today I'll be teaching you how to make puff puff. I'll show you guys the measurements, the process, how to fry it, how to achieve that golden brown, soft, succulent puff puff. What is it now? So to make puff puff, depending on the size you're going to be making, but the major ingredients I use nutmeg, yeast. This is the rising agent, sugar, salt, and this is the flour. Some people say not flour. I don't know whether not flour or not flour. So these are the 5 stuff we're going to be using. Some other people add milk to their puff puff. I just really like my puff puff very plain and simple. And so now I'm going to be teaching you how to measure your ingredients, and we are going to be using these cups. This one to measure the flour, and this one for the sugar, and this orange one for the yeast. So this is 1 cup. For this particular one, I'll be using 3 cups of flour. So you measure like this. Make sure that you baby, I'm coming. 3. So I'll use 3 cups of flour. Amira, I'm coming. And this is a 1/2 cup. So, oh shit, I'll be using 1/2 cup of sugar. I don't like my puff puff to be too sweet, and I'll be using, I don't know, I've had this yeast for a while. I'm not sure if it will still be active. I just got this one, so maybe I'll just go with this one. Because yeast is like the major... Amir, please, I need that spoon. It's like the major thing that you need in your puff puff. If the yeast is not active, it will just mess up the whole thing. The puff puff will not rise, and what's the point? If Oh, this boy has taken my spoon away. Oh, I swear, this is why I've not been filming anything. Amir is always stressing me. So I want to use 1 cup of, I mean, 1 spoon, 1 tablespoon of, I think that's a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of yeast. But my yoga has taken the teaspoon. So I'll just be using this cup that we used to take medication, and I'll be using 1 cup. This is like 10 ml of yeast. That's it. And just a little nutmeg. This is too much. Oh. See the tiny portion that I'll be using. And a pinch of salt. Like this. Let me see. So if you like any other thing in your puff puff, you can add it. But this is how I love my own puff puff. I know some people add pepper, they'll chop pepper and pour it in their puff puff. Some people add onions to it. But if you want to add maybe pepper, onions, or any other, you know, thing in that same category, make sure that you add it at the point of, that is after you've already done this one, you've mixed it and it has risen. That's when you want to fry it, that's when you should add onions and pepper to it. Because I don't know how powerful onions and pepper will be. You might add it to it now, your pop will not rise, and we don't want that here. So after this, you're going to get warm water, mix it and cover it, keep it in a warm place to rise. But I don't want to mix it yet, so I'll come back to continue the video. I have a client that I want to do makeup for, and she's almost here. If I mix now, she might get here and I'll not be able to fry. And when you allow your puff puff to rise for too long, then it will, I don't know, you're able to use. It will shower and rise, it will come down and be flat. So I'm going to come back to show you guys the way you're going to mix it, the quantity of water you're going to add to it, the consistency, and yeah. So these are my, what's it called? Dry ingredients. Actually, it's only dry ingredients I'll be using for puff puff. It's only the only time I'll add, Amira, please, now water to it. I'm looking for the cover because I've added yeast to it and I'm not adding water to it yet. I want to cover it so that breeze will not, affect the effect of when you both take the effect of the yeast. Okay, because it's not good to leave your yeast exposed. Once you expose your yeast, and so I'll cover it. Later I'll come back to it, mix it. So guys, I'm about to start frying my puff puff. Can you see that the puff puff has risen and it is still rising? But I don't like my puff puff to be too light. I don't like it to be too soft. How do I put it? Yeah, too light. You know when it's too light and when you press it, it just become very flat, like there's nothing inside. So I like my puff puff to be a bit thick. So I'm just going to fry it like this. But if you want your puff puff to be very, very soft, you can still leave it. I'm sure that if I leave it, it can still rise up to this level. You can see it's here, and it was like here when I mixed it. So if you leave it, you can still rise up to like this place, but it will be too soft, and I really like my puff puff that way. So I'll start frying now. So before you start frying, you get a bowl of water. My hands are clean. Just put your hand in water like this, so that it will not stick to your hand. Then you mold it this way. Just, put it on the oil. I don't think the oil is hot enough. So if you want to put make it very small, you can just mold it the way you want. Some people use piping bag, but I know how to use my hand better than any other thing. I made zobo yesterday, and these zobo bags. Next time I'm going to teach you guys how to make nice healthy zobo.